Hello guys, Annala here, and today I'm going to be reading Be More Chill by Ned Vizzini. Um, as you can tell, I am, getting over cold, and so I have a sick voice. Apparently I can't not talk without coughing. Jesus. But this is episode 1 of the series, so I'm going to read you the blurb. Jeremy here is your average high school dork. Day after day, he stares at beautiful Christine, the girl he can never have, and dryly notes the small humiliation that comes his way, until the day he is told about the squip, a pill-sized supercomputer that you swallow. The squip is guaranteed to bring you whatever you most desire in life by instructing him in everything from what to wear to how to talk and walk. The squip transforms Jeremy from a complete geek into the coolest guy in class. Soon he is friends with his former tormentors and has the attention of the hottest girls in school. But Jeremy discovers that there is a dark side to handing over control of your life, and it can have disastrous consequences. So, yeah, this is Be More Chill by Ned Vizzini. So, let's start. I hope I'm saying the last name right. So, let's start. If I can. There you go. Part 1. Part 1. Pre-squip. 1. The room is bright and alive at 8:45 a.m. I can almost ignore Middleborough High School's zombie fluorescent lighting. Mr. Gretsch is up at his desk, a tall, bald head with wisps of hair and a beard. He's accompanied by a newspaper and a cactus. In about 20 seconds, he's going to take attendance. To my left is Jenna Rowland, the coolest girl in class. Jenna is already talking. She was like, I'll only do it if you beat me in pool. And then, of course, she intentionally lost in pool. What a slut. Jenna likes to talk about her friend Elizabeth, who is a real slut. In fact, when I think about it, Jenna never talks about her family, or TV, or when work is due, or the ins and outs of procuring concert tickets like most girls. She just talks about how Elizabeth is a slut. You should have seen what she was wearing. It was like a garbage bag with a condom on top. Let's see if I can actually. Wow. Boo her. Anne laughs. Anne is the second coolest girl in class, which is Matt. She sits in front of me, so she's always twisting back in her chair to talk to Jenna, which reinforces the fact that Jenna is the coolest and she is the second coolest. Girls are very territorial. Why? Okay, look. Okay, I'm not complaining, but what is with all these sound effects? I'm gonna sound so stupid. I'm sorry, I had to interrupt. Anyways, Mr. Gretsch clears his throat in the front of the room. Abby, here. Asu, here. Abatro, here. Azu, not Asu. Mr. Gretsch absentmindedly cups his cactus. This never seems to hurt him. Here. Caligula. Christine raises her hand. I looked over at her. She looks beautiful. Here. I look down. Dokovich. Here. Goronsky. Here. Here. Oh yeah. Here comes the fun part. The part that has been stressing me since they started taking attendance in 5th grade. I can't say here in response to my name. It confuses the teacher. I raise my hand quietly and say, present. Somebody snickered up by the front of the room. Are they snickering at me? Are they? Can never be too sure. I pull out one of my pre-printed humiliation sheets, write the date up top, and put a tally mark next to the snicker category. I cover the page so Jenna can't see. Then I tune my ears to listen for copycat snickering. 2. I can't speak. Wow. The humiliation sheets have developed a lot over the years, with a host of different categories, but the current model has snicker, laugh, snotty comment, refusal to return a head nod, the standard form of greeting in Middleborough High, refusal to return a verbal greeting, refusal to touch hands, Public denial, formally agreed upon opinion, refusal to repeat a joke, and mortification event, a catch-all. I used the humiliation sheet to keep track of my social status in a concrete, quantitative way. They are my secret, totally. I make sure no one sees them as I fill them up with tally marks every day. I hate tally marks. Up in front, Mr. Gretch writes K on the board. K sucks in math. Once you see it, you might as well ignore everything and save yourself. Mr. Gretch can't hear on account of he's, well, old, so Jenna keeps talking and I keep listening. Okay, and then Elizabeth was like, "Where can we go? I don't have a car like you." And the guy says, Jenna puts on a low voice, "Come and sit on this pipe, babe." And she went, "Unbelievable." Anne eats it up. Craning her neck to suck in every word. It's far enough into the school year, mid-October, for kids to have stopped talking about summer. The big story was that Jake Dillinger had sex with this model from Czechoslovakia who was dating his dad, which I believe. Jake can do anything. Mostly, people are talking about the parties of the past weekend or the PSATs, which are coming up. There are also scattered chatter about the Halloween dance. I hear Brianna has like 5 boys lined up because what football players, you don't know if one of them is going to sprain his ankle and not be able to dance. Anna talks. Jenna gives back cold silence. That happens to be me in junior high. My then boyfriend broke his leg, and I had to dance with him, which he was, well, he was on crutches and a cast. It was so horrible. I tuned my ears from Jenna and to other pockets of activity in the room. Mark Jackson and this other kid, his name is actually Jackson Marks, discussed video games. Rob works out a math problem, probably something post calculus, while picking at his mouth, ear, and nose as if he has them on shuffle. Barbary explains how everyone has to call him Dr. Barbary because he ordered a PhD off the internet, and Christine, quite in her invisible pod up by the front of the room, just looks pretty. Oh, ooh, I heard Christine Canigula has a new stalker, Jenna says. Whoa. Jenna, Anne whispered like she's protecting something. He's right there. Double whoa. I sit quietly stiff, calm. My head is turned so they must not think I'm listening, but I'm always listening. I'm wired. I peek at Jenna. She eyes me as if I'm a mildly interesting object between her and the clock. I turn back. Yeah, that's him, she says to Anne. I heard he wrote her a letter. I never wrote any letter. I never said anything to Christine, not once, except don't press C7, the Nutrigrain bar gets stuck in that machine. The one time out by the student union office where the Nutrigrain bars get stuck in the machine because I can't talk to Christine. I just look at her and think about her a lot because she's beautiful, you know? I mean, she's intelligent and sweet and everything else that a girl is supposed to be to offset her beauty, but even if she were idiotic and mean, she'd still be beautiful and I'd still be contorted. He is weird. This is a bad day for me to start hearing this stuff. In my pocket is a Shakespeare made of chocolate. Okay, like one of those Easter Bunny chocolates, but in the shape of Shakespeare. And I was going to give it to Christine today at our first play rehearsal. I clutch it. Jenna whispers something I can't quite catch. I slide my elbow across my humiliation sheet and put a tally mark under mortification event because I don't have a specific category for people whispering about me. I should. Just then, Mr. Gretch does the stupid classic high school move, and I can't even believe it's being done to me. And Jeremy, can you tell us what angle would be? What that angle would be? My notebook isn't open. It's being used as a humiliation shield. My neurons aren't depolarizing. Depolarizing. I can't even speak. Depolarizing. I learned that in bio. Mortification event number 2. 3. At lunch, I seek out my best friend, Michael Mell. Michael sits in a different place in the cafeteria every day. Sometimes the indoor part with the long formica tables, sometimes the outdoor part with the scarred picnic benches and giant bees. But you can always spot him because he's a tall white boy with a white boy afro and huge headphones. They have a cord coming off them that spiraled like an old phone cord. The headphones let him plunk down anywhere with the jocks or Warhammer nerds or at one of the girl tables, although Michael only sits with the Asian girls. No one bothers him when he has them on because he has obviously got important things on his mind. What's up? I say as I approach. Michael doesn't listen to a thing in those headphones during lunch. He just likes how they feel on his head. Oomph, he says, wolfing down a fishy patty sandwich with cheese and chocolate milk. Sup? Big problems, I say. I pull the chocolate Shakespeare out of my pocket. It's wrapped in Victorian era style foil. Plop it on the table and prop my elbows on either side of it. I didn't think I can give this to Christine. Yeah? Michael, yeah? You want to finish that? Michael smiles and lets chewed fish cheese roll through the gap in his teeth. It plots onto the tray in front of him. Crackhead, I laugh. People are going to see you. Nah, Michael says. His Adam apple bobs up and down and his food slides away. Yeah, so? He drinks milk, wipes his mouth, and on the back of his wrist. What's with Christine? You pissing out? Yeah, well, I haven't touched my food. It's bad. What's bad? I totally know how it is. Did you say something dumb to her? Well, no, but people think I did, which is basically the same thing. No, Michael says, working on an orange ice cream bar now. You doing something and people thinking did something is actually really different. Well, people think I gave her a letter. Michael's body rocks. He grins. I've got your letter. You've got me my song. I punch him in the shoulder. Ow! No, Weezer, okay? I'll try. Michael folds his hands. So who thinks he wrote Christina a letter? Jenna Roland. She also said I was her new stalker. You're such a girl. Michael gets up and slides his tray into a nearby garbage can. So what? Does Christine care? That's who's important, right? Yeah, she's who's important, but she's not the only thing that matters in this whole situation. I say, making circles with my hands to emphasize situation. It's like, do I still give this to her or not? Will I seem too stalker-ish? Jeremy. Michael fixes buttons on his shirt. That chocolate Shakespeare is genius. She's gonna love chocolate because everybody does, except for those weird people who only like chips. Michael glances one table away as a red-headed girl eating chips. And she's in Shakespeare play with you, so obviously she's gonna like Shakespeare. Sorry. But what if she thinks I'm obsessed loser? I start in on a bean salad on my tray. It came cold, but feels colder. Dude, Michael says, think of how you'll feel if you don't give it to her. Think of how you'll feel at home tonight. Jerking off, having missed your chance. Oh yeah, well duh, I feel like I do all the time. Like I feel whenever I can't dial a phone number or dance at a dance or hold a hand right. Like I'm used to feeling. Like shit. Right, so give it to her. Yo, tall ass, could you maybe sit or move from the garbage can? Rich says to Michael. Rich has come on the scene. That's what he does best. He's shorter than us, but very built. He has blonde hair with a streak of red in the back, like a rooster. Michael moves aside and Rich dumps his whole tray, including the actual tray, into the trash. He eyes us. What, punks? 4. At the end of the day, I walk Middleborough's elongated and well-painted halls. My school has one giant hallway that you enter in the middle of, so the whole place is like the Great Wall of Metuchen, New Jersey, with the echoes of the swim team at one end and the sound of the theater door opening and closing at the other end. Where am I going? So far in high school, I too have an extensive middle school career. I've been in The Tempest and You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown to rave reviews, both times for my mom. I like everything about school plays. Being at school after school, learning my lines in the bathroom, how the performance always seems totally screwed up a week before it goes on, but then comes together at the last minute, how the second show always manages to be better than the first, how everyone takes their bows at the end and the parents are standing, showing off their digital camcorders, and your costume is hot, but you figure, okay, that's the price of my art, and then bam, cast party. I love cast parties. I've never been to one, actually, truthfully, but I'm sure they're great. Hey, you're in this play, I ask Mark Jackson from math as I sit down next to him. Mark's my friend. Sort of. Yeah, I'm in the Dilly Dale, he says. He's playing Game Boy SP. What's it called? A Midsummer's Night Dream, I say. You don't even know the name of your own play? Only I don't say that. Midsummer's Night Drism. Gotcha. I sat down 2 places from him in a seat that looks like it was stained with condom residue. Not that I would know, except for the one time in my room when I was messing around with one to see what it would look like in the mirror. Oh my. Me reading this and going like, help. Help. Um, hot to death, Marky says. What? I'm talking to the game, yo. Mind your beeswax. I look over at Mark's game, or beeswax, as the case might be. It looks like he's driving an SUV on underground train tracks, shooting a high-powered rifle at homeless people. No peeking, Dorcas Molorcus, Mark says, snatching his Game Boy away, imperiling his driving and shooting. I'm the only one in the school with KAP3. You gotta pay me $5 to look at it. What's a KAP3? Kill All People 3? You never heard of Kill All People? What's wrong with you? Mark eyed me. I sat silent, keeping my hand and mouth steady, staring ahead. After a few seconds, Mark slides down a seat like I have herpes. Or lupus, right, lupus. Then I move down a row. Okay, here comes the oh god, this is gonna get, I'm gonna censor this. F word. Jeremy, you don't have to be such a B word. A girl dog. He remarks as I take my new seat. Just then, Christine, uncharacteristically late for something, walks down the aisle past us. She rolls her eyes at Mark, and while she's doing it, it is possible that they land on my person for a millisecond or two. Wow, when's the teacher getting here? Okay, so I'm gonna stop there because my voice is dying. So I hope you guys are enjoying it, and I did not expect to have so many curse words. I don't know why it didn't, but apparently it didn't. So, anyways, love you guys, and I'll make up. Peace.